Hello and welcome to episode 184 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is Be Relentless.
Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Lynn Trin.
Now, I've had a few questions over the last few days. In fact, yesterday I went live on Facebook. If you check out the video on Facebook, you'll be able to see what we're doing. And we're doing this thing called the One Tip of the Day. And it's a video, and it'll be on Instagram, it'll be on Facebook. And it's just trying to help you guys and any entrepreneur, any fitness coach, any coach that wants to build, develop, and ultimately build legacy, help thousands of people along their journey by sharing their experiences and become a better coach, really develop. And more importantly, it's kind of my way of kind of going first, figuring out stuff, and then helping you if you have any questions on what we're doing at the moment. And so why I'm talking about Be Relentless today is because I tend to get asked the question, Lynn, how do you stay so focused? How do you stay so focused on your goals, and how are you growing? Like when we look at and we break down kind of our businesses, how I took PB City in 9 months, generating upwards of $250,000, to our dental marketing agency, to 90 clients in 4 months, to our gyms, and then to the Online Trainers Club, generating over $1.5 million in 5 months. I'm not saying that to brag about it, but I'm saying it because there's been one specific strategy that I've used that I think that if you implement the strategy, you're going to grow and you're going to succeed quite rapidly. And that's been my ability to focus. That's been my ability to set one goal. And I do this thing with my clients called time warp, and it's setting a 14-day goal. It's setting a 14-day goal with the one key thing in mind, and then understanding what needs to be done in order to achieve that goal. I'll give you an example because you're thinking Lynn, what the hell? Another goal setting thing. No, right now, I tell you that we have an implementation problem, not an information problem. And so the people that will win are the people that are able to take consistent and daily action. And how I do this is, number one, I'll go through my daily routines, obviously, to help you out. I'm always interested in what other people are doing for their daily routines because I want to see what edge they have that I might not be doing. It's super weird. But set this one goal. It's this principle of setting this one 14-day goal so that, you can set a 7-day goal. I think that's too far. A 14-day goal so that you can architect. And for us, generally that goal in business is sales. What is the sales target that you want to hit? What is that number that you want to hit inside of your business that's going to change the game for you? If you set up, and let's say you're an online fitness coach and your first goal is to make 30 sales. Okay, so your 14-day block will be making 30 sales at $300 of your flagship product, of whatever you're selling. You will then start to think and pull together all the strategies that you have listened to on this podcast. You possibly may have seen me use, challenges, webinars, lead magnets, and things like retargeting, all of that stuff to get you to that one goal. So you literally take out your arsenal, your toolkit, your machine gun, your sniper rifle, right? Grenades, everything that you can in order to hit that goal. And so what inside of business, not only do we have, 14-day blocks in setting these things up, but, we have 14-day blocks to making sure that you hit your target, you hit those 30 sales, but understanding that if you do not hit those 30 sales, there is a consequence for it. There is a consequence of not making sales because the next 14-day block will be impacted by that first 14-day block. And for example, I'm going to give you an example. If I set up my time warp system so that I need to make 30 sales in the next 14 days and I do not hit that, then the next 14 days after that will be impacted because my time warp for the next 14 days is, number one, get my product fulfillment better. But if I don't have 30 people in there and I've got 12 and I'm focusing on trying to fulfill for the next 14 days, it make my program better, get my clients results, dig into the trenches and find out how I can help serve them better, then guess what? I'm going to be under stress because a lot of times in business, your biggest stress is financial stress. Your biggest stress is a lack of money. Your biggest problem in business stems from the fact that you do not have enough money. That's your biggest problem. And if you do not make those 30 sales in the first 14 days, then guess what? For the next 14 days, you're not going to be able to do the next 14-day time warp such as fulfilling. And this is where a lot of people crumble. So the goal that I want you to think about, and if you want to use this, because a lot of the times, when we're growing our team now, I'm trying to get every single team member to move towards our time warp system. But then inside of that time warp system, I want them to find their own 14-day goal, but bringing that 14-day goal collectively to our 14-day goal. I hope that makes sense. But with that being said, time warp is a system that I use in order to get narrowly focused on that goal, understanding that if I do make 30 sales, I need to figure out the marketing strategies along the way. I need to figure out the sales strategies along the way. And then I need to create systems for them. And what systems are, and we'll talk about this, what systems are literally just creating and replicating that process. So you might just record everything down from your marketing plan all the way through to your sales call, all the way through to the way you enroll people. With that being said, I hope this helps. This is almost like my tip of the day inside of the podcast, but Time Warp has allowed me to focus narrowly. And I think if you implement it, it's going to be the edge that you get. So that being said, I'll see you on the next podcast episode.
Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes and feel free to leave a review, and that way I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.